Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to show you how to change up the colors on Blocksy. As you can see, we have a starter theme here, and we have gray, black, and yellow, and white. And you can see the kinds of colors, especially when we dim these out, and you can see the tags here, and the highlights, and so on and so forth. And it might not seem like we have any color palettes on here, but let's see what we can do. So let's go ahead and click on Customize, and that'll take us to the WordPress Customizer. Okay, and where we want to go is on Colors, and we have here Global Color Palette. Don't worry about this dark mode color palette as it's only for the premium version, and we go into this with a color switching video. So global color palette over here are all of these colors here. So let's click on these three dots here to go into advanced and click on color palettes. And you can see we have a bunch of stock ones from WordPress itself. So this is the yellow one. Let's go ahead and choose the green one. And you can see our highlights turn green. And if this comes into the picture, you can see that it's kind of off green. And you can see these are all green here. Okay, and let's go ahead and choose the purple one. And you can see this is purple, and this turns into like a purplish blue. This is purple as well, and when we highlight these are all purple. And these tags over here are all purple. Okay, what else can we do here? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some other colors here. We have this orange and peach one. But what if we wanted to change up the colors on our own? So we can, rather than use this global color palette over here, we can select base text, links, text selection, borders, and what color the headings are, as well as the color of our site background. So let's start first with base text. So base text is here and here. Let's say we change this to blue. You can see it turns into blue. All of our elements as well that take their color from the base text, which is our body text, turned blue. So all of these turn blue, and you can, if you notice, that even our social media icons here turn blue. Next, we have our links. We can change our links to be orange first. So let's see if we can find a page within our website that has some links on it. And we don't have any on this one, but you can see our icons here are a bit different. And if we changed our global colors once again to blue, you can see these ones turn blue, okay? And we can change text selection to the text to become black and our highlight to be white. So when we selected, if we were to highlight this, you can see it turns black. And we have borders, and then again, we have our headings. So all headings, they can all be red here. And light like that. Very red. And we can change heading 1 to green, and apparently this one isn't heading 1. So let's change it to green, and then let's change heading 3 to yellow, and you can see this one is heading 2, and here as well. And let's go back over to our home page and see how those look like. And you can see, since this is heading 2 rather than heading 1, it's green, right? And I believe on this example page that we made in a previous video, we do have a bunch of headings, and you can see the colors here. So we have heading 4, let's make that blue, and then heading 5, pink, or like fuchsia, and we'll just keep this the same. And you can see that according to which heading they are, the colors change as well, right? And then we can also go and change up our site background. So we can make it really dark and hard, like light and hard to read. Alternatively, on our mobile version, we can change it to a gradient color. So again, this is hard to read. You would never probably do this on your own website, but we're using high contrast examples just so you can see the changes. So you can see that if we went to the desktop version, it's responsive in that when we change between them, the background colors are different. It just really depends on how all of your elements are laid out. Okay. So how do I? Oh, well, in giving an example that is actually kind of hard to read and hard to use, how do I decide which colors go best with others? Well, you could use color theory, you can use contrasting colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, complementary colors, color wheel kind of stuff. Or you could just go ahead and use the stock color palettes here, as these have probably been developed for web already. And if you wanted to revert things back to default, you can click on this dot here and the X mark here, and it turns them all back to their defaults, right? And then that's how these look like. Okay, but if you wanted your own colors, let's start with that. Let's say we wanted our heading 2 over here to be a certain color. Let's say we wanted it to, or here we go with the border. Let's say we wanted it to be green. We could go ahead and drag and drop it with our slider here, and you can change opacity. We also have our hex codes here. So how do you use that? Well, if you already have your own style manual, you can just copy paste that. Or if you can see that if we go ahead and change it here on the slider, you can see that down here the hex code changes. But this website that I love to use for websites is called colorhex.com, and these are all user-generated color swatches. Let's go ahead and choose one. Probably this one is nice. And there's a bunch of tags here, so if you had a website about weddings, let's say you're a wedding planner, all of these are color palettes that you could probably decide to use on your website and probably match with your topic, right? And if you go ahead and click on these, you can see that we have the colors themselves, you have the RGB codes, as well as the hex codes. So let's say we wanted this element to be this color. Let's go ahead and copy that and then paste that, and there we go. And then we can do these for all of our other colors. Copy, paste those into here. And it should look very cohesive once we finish up adding these into our color palettes, okay? And then you can see that all the text has changed, all of the highlights have changed, and let's take a look at our homepage, and it actually looks pretty good for just some random one that we chose. Okay, so once you're happy with that, click on Publish, and that should save your changes, and you should be able to visit your website and see the changes reflected. And you can go back to our example page over here, and you can see that the headings have their colors changed, and we have our contact page here, and the colors have changed as well. And if you want to revert back to your default ones, you can always click on X, or again, go ahead and choose one of the stock WordPress color palettes. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.